handle. But of course, Roland Walker is here with me in the studio with the rest of New Day. Good morning, Roland. You're looking really good today.
Thank you, thank you. I have a wedding of a beautiful friend of mine coming up today. I want to say good morning to you.
Oh, great.
Sweet Sumi, for making sure that you are inviting me today. So, how are you?
I'm great, and you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. You look beautiful today. But
thank you.
I think it's a regular Friday for you, the way I'm looking at
you.
Why? You didn't feel like coming to work today?
Oh, today is actually my off day, but of course.
That's why.
We have to fill in for.
Because you looked very, like you were waking up out of bed, but it's okay. I think that's the work of being a journalist, right? You're always on service at any time. And, you know, there's something that always fascinates me. Sometimes you're not in the mood to talk, just like any human being. And then you meet people who are saying, oh, hello, and all that. And sometimes you have to smile. It comes to you as well, doesn't it?
All the time.
Most of the time, how do you react?
Well, I just have to smile back.
Yeah, I know, right?
Even if it's fake, Charlie.
Right. Back in the day, my former boss, Emma Morrison, did say, Charlie, sometimes, Roland, you have to smile. Otherwise, you'll say that, and all that. Yeah.
People forget that you are a normal human being when they see you on the screens. Most of the time,
right?
They just forget that you have normal feelings, emotions as well. So
I know.
It's normal.
But why do we do this? We make sure that we're, as part of informing people, educating people, and entertaining, we also make sure that we create the buffers for them, for all of them to have a relaxing morning.
Yeah.
What has gotten your mind wandering over the last 24 hours as far as news and current affairs is related?
Oh, wow. Let me think. Well, I think the bondholders issue.
Yes.
It's been on my mind because, you know, I've been following the story for a while. You remember earlier when this whole issue started, I did a lot of stories on most of the personalized stories of these bondholders, people aged 70 and above. They depend basically on their coupons for survival, their medication.
Yes.
I mean, I can imagine my own dad. My own dad is over 70. And if he was to depend on this, I'm wondering what would have happened to him, because it's not an easy thing at that particular stage. And so, you know, yesterday they were picketing again. They said that they're going to continue picketing whether the ministry decides to meet them or not. Although the Ministry of Finance says is meeting them today, they're saying that they'll still come and picket, they'll meet with them, and they'll continue picketing till their coupons are paid. So it's quite interesting, an interesting story. It's quite sad if you really have followed some of their personalized stories. It's quite sad for these people. You wonder what they're really living on. Some of them do not even have enough family members to take care of them. One of these old men, I remember, told me that he is the one taking care of his children, even at his age. So at this point, he doesn't even know what to do because his medications are spiking up and all that. So it's quite sad,
you know, just the last week, and it's good that you brought this up, a pensioner who had worked with one of the state institutions, I mean, one of the state institutions that usually would pay well, and they were all, of course, in management position alongside the wife. They have a lot of money, close to 1 million cedis, all locked up in the bonds. It's been restructured. And we're talking about somebody over 65, 66. And the two of them have been well off. If not that they had done some other investment and savings, then they would have been in trouble. And just think about it. They still have children in law school, in medical school, and then in architectural school. And these are very expensive courses, right?
Very much, very much.
And to think that if not that they had other means of living on their livelihoods or other means of investments, then they wouldn't have. And so it brought closer to home a lot of the concerns that were being exhibited during the period, or all this period that we're having these picketing or demonstrations. I particularly don't find it very amusing
at all.
Because we tell the story, sometimes it's more closer to home. And then when they call you, they will say that don't mention my name. You know, and it's even disheartening that somebody who has occupied a top managerial position or a directorship position in a state organization, has worked very hard all throughout his working or her working life, has 1 million cedis in bonds, cannot access the returns at the time that they were contracting these bonds. And then you have the communication from government and its assigned spokespeople as if everything is well. Yeah. Indeed, if they were empathizing, they wouldn't say that. And these are stories that we know. We cannot mention names because it's not fair to them. We know how the society is by related issues of stigmatization and victimization. You know, even some of us personally have had haircuts on small investment that we were told. You know, throughout the early 2000s of the Kufuor administration, we were told that go and invest in bonds, treasury bills, etc. People have lost money. You know, since Men's Gold, GCCF, and I'm talking about personal issues related to my friends, myself, etc. GCCF, Men's Gold, we have others that were giving enormous interest rates, etc., and we're invested in. Have you done Loom before? Loom? Do you know Loom? I did Loom.
I've heard of it, but
there was this one on WhatsApp. They have this hexagonal or octagonal one.
I think so.
Yeah, I did it every month. You take check, small. You know, and we're told that we should invest in money instruments. So now where are people going to invest? In land? Or that's immovable properties or what? And you know, the reality is that before we have a certain resurgence of the financial sector and people would then gain back the confidence, it's going to be as serious as it is, you know.
For now, people have really lost confidence, honestly. Honestly speaking. People don't even know where to invest. And this was the so-called risk-free bond. It's quite pathetic.
When you're saying it, then they say, Charlie, they say NDC has paid you. But if NDC has money, why would they? Then that's nice. Then they'll pay me. But the reality is that we're feeling the pinch. And when you ask the question based on counterfacts, then it is that somebody in the opposition has instigated you to that. But it is not that at all. And if after doing the job for over 20 years, I can't make counter statements based on informed literature or information, then I don't know. Charlie, anyway. How long have you practiced media, though?
Me? Oh, it's been a little over 2 years.
Wow, and you've made so much inroads. Congratulations
Actually,
to you.
Less than 2 years.
Keep working hard.
Thank you.
Okay, have a great day.
You too.
All right, you're one lovely person.
Thank you.
You're not working today, you say?
But I will be working, though. It's my off day, but
Journalists don't get off.
I'm working on an explainer.
All right, I wish you all the best for the day.
Okay, sure. You too.
Yeah. Oh, love, how are you?
Hello.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. You look handsome.
Thank you.
How are you feeling today?
Oh, I'm well. Today, my designer decided to give me Alice Couture.
Yes.
And she's based in Tema community. Okay. Alice Couture. You just have to go on to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Alice Couture is there. And,
she's made you look lovely today.
Oh, she always does.
Yeah.
And she does so well.
Yeah.
She though says I should say good morning to lovely person Osborne. Osborne works with the Ghana Immigration Service, and so it's a good morning to you, Osborne. And this from Elizabeth. All the best for all the things you do.
Yeah.
All right. What are you up to?
Well, it's a weekend, so we're excited.
Are you sure?
It's always exciting when the weekend
for
comes.
Somebody who works in the media or banking or etc.
I think in general. If for nothing, at least you get a few hours more sleep than usual.
Well,
at least in our case.
Well, I know, right? Okay.
So yeah, first and foremost, I'm excited about this evening because at 8 p.m. today we'll have our premiere of the very exciting conversation with Hilda Bassi, the Guinness Book of Records breaker for longest cooking time. So that'll be happening at 8 p.m. right here on TV3, of course, powered by 3 Entertainment. So that's really exciting. Coming up a little later, we also have a big conversation with some of the stakeholders in the theatre sector on the conversation about the theatre industry in Ghana, its future prospects, and as well maybe some reflections on the past to maybe make inroads into the future of the sector. So that's something to look forward to on New Day from 9 a.m. onwards. But what are you excited about today?
I have
or not.
I have a lot to look forward to. There is an event I have at Rate Kitchen.
Oh, nice.
How Community
exciting.
19. So this weekend, I'm going to be there.
Oh,
so
right.
Make sure that you're also there. Rate Kitchen just around Community 19, so to speak, just around the estate, just around the 20 area. So when you get there, I'll be there. Come and meet me there as well. Chairman Godwin Tamaklo, good morning to you, as well as your beautiful wife, Alice Tamaklo. So make sure you're there. But, well, we're just talking about the bondholders and the picketing and the concerns they are raising. Yes.
It's quite, I think my biggest, beyond the execution of the domestic debt exchange program, is how it's eroding the investment and savings culture in Ghana.
Yeah.
I mean, as you rightly said, for the longest time, it's like when you get a little money, you need to put it into a zero risk investment opportunity or look for different opportunities in which you can place some money so that you just make sure that your future is a little better. But we are seeing pensioners. We're seeing people that have, for the longest time, for years, thought that by putting their monies in these bonds, in these various investment opportunities, that is going to safeguard their future, and to have older gentlemen and ladies who have truly paid their dues to the country that we're in and have served their motherland very well, now unable to access monies that they literally have put aside to be able to take care of their pension and their retirement. It's quite sad because how do the younger people also now react towards this? Where do you put your money? Do we have, like the Guta president said a while back, people now saving under their beds? Are we going to bring back that culture where people don't want to go to the banks anymore? After it's taken us so many years to convince people that opportunities such as creating bank accounts, having mobile money wallets are the way to go, putting money aside, buying shares, investing in portfolios such as that, going to investment bankers. Now, you're literally about to wipe out a whole sector and the people that have literally created a culture of wanting to put their money away. Now, even if I have 100 Ghana cedis, I don't even know where to put it, because at the end of the day, you feel like even if you put it in an investment opportunity, a few years from now, someone will wake up and say, well, unfortunately, the country is not going the way it needs to. So we need to sort of borrow your money for a little bit, and then we'll give it back to you at a certain point. But your returns that you were hoping for it will not mature. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't. And I think that these are great lessons for everybody. Unfortunately, it's going to stay with a generation, a certain generation. Yes. If you're, let's say, 20 years, you're 30 years.
Happen,
yeah, so it's going to be with you for a long time. For another 20 years, you'll be a bit hesitant in taking risk. I don't think that we should do that at all, but you just have to be more assertive in what you invest in.
Right.
So we're hoping that people who have been affected, even though they have been affected, would also encourage the younger generation that, well, you have to be more circumspect, but it doesn't mean you don't have to invest at all. I particularly find it quite not amusing at all, especially when you have older folks raising the issues. I personally have had calls and they narrate the stories to you. There are those who have made those investments they're able to rely on beyond the investments in the financial instruments. But those who have not been have put everything in the financial instruments. It's becoming a problem. Look, right now, if you go to an insurance company and you say that I want to stop an insurance policy or liquidate it or whatever,
it will be a little.
Yeah, they'll be dragging their feet. It's because at the end of the day, when they collect all these premiums, they invest it in a financial instrument, because the financial system has been structured in such a way, and over the last decade and a half, we've told ourselves that it's only government that's
foolproof. Sure,
yes, exactly.
The government will always
the first choice of borrower or lender.
Yes,
you know, and now I don't know. And look, many companies are suffering because when they take their revenues, what do they take
also
it to?
Invest it, yes.
They have a treasury department, and that treasury department has somebody who is responsible and a group of people supposed to turn around that money. I mean, loosely in financial terms, and then there will be returns for that entity or company. So if a company is doing well or had been doing well until last year, there's a probability that employees of those companies need to avert their minds to the fact that even though the thing is in our books, we clearly will have to better look at our books, whether our company is performing.
Absolutely.
Because the shareholders may be suffering. And shareholders, after investing for a long time, tend to diversify their investments.
So
because there's no gainsaying that, let's say, owners of Media General, if they made profits, should always invest in broadcasting. So some of the shareholders will invest in some other derivatives or sectors, etc. You know, so they are taking a big hit. Look, owners of businesses are taking big hits.
Absolutely.
Whether you're big or you're small, you're taking big
yeah.
hits. If you're a smaller one, it means that your ability to be able to source jobs is becoming a difficult one. And we're hoping that, well, we'll get some end insight to this. But ultimately, we have to be told that it's not today, it's not next year, it's not.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we need to, I understand that we need to motivate ourselves, but we also have to be realistic. We don't have to be idealistic to think that, yeah, this is not a preaching or congregation, as in the congregation being ordinary Ghanaian, and then the president and his assigns are the prophets
Who are on the pulpit.
who always say that Jesus Christ will bring manna from heaven. No, the manna, will come. You know, so we have to be told that we have to be ready, and these are hard times that we all have to. I want to say good morning to Jemima Aye. You are with UBA West Africa, beautiful lady. I wish you the best of the day as well as for your weekend. Mrs. Ainin and Tonia Ainin, Antonia Ainin, I wish you all the best. You are with the Takwa office of the Auditor General's Department, and I wish you all the best for the day as well. And a couple of people I met yesterday, they said they love you, they watch you. Leslie Nene Amano, Seth Glover Amano, good morning to you as well. And then a cousin of mine just loves you as well.
Really?
Yes, Mrs. Vera Queening or Vera Idriam of Cape Coast. Good morning to you as well, and the rest of your family. Fred Asemani, as well as Rose Labi, all of you of Taviafe in the Volta region. So all sides of the country tend to watch us. Well, we love you.
That's exciting.
Yes.
Very, very exciting.
What do we have to do next?
Well,
we're taking a break.
We will. We will. A quick one.
All right. So we're taking a break. We'll be right back.
This morning.